You who arrived here carrying pain that words cannot explain, the weight of debts, the silence of broken relationships, the fear of a diagnosis that feels bigger than your strength. Breathe for a moment. This is not an accident. Heaven aligned this encounter to awaken hope where it feels lost. As we begin this prayer to Saint Anthony, let your heart open, because this is the moment your miracle begins. Stay with me, for what Saint Anthony will release in your life tonight cannot be missed. And before we continue, if this prayer is already touching your heart and bringing a sense of peace to your spirit, you can support this mission of faith by clicking the Super Thanks button right below this video. Your generosity keeps this channel alive and allows these powerful prayers to reach more souls who are suffering in silence. May God bless your kindness and multiply every seed you sow. And Saint Anthony of Padua, gentle wonder-worker, look upon every weary soul connecting to this prayer. You see the one begging for an urgent miracle, the one drowning in a financial emergency, the one praying for family restoration. Even when life feels broken beyond repair, you come with compassion that reaches impossible places. Beloved listener, remain until the final word. Your blessing is unfolding even now, and those who stay to the end will not lose what heaven is sending. If you feel this prayer touching your heart, whisper in the comments, "Glory to God, I receive it." O glorious Saint Anthony, intercessor of impossible causes, we place before you every burden that has crushed the spirit of your children. Those who arrived here praying through tears, fearing tomorrow, or carrying wounds no one else sees, lift them gently into heaven's light. Present their impossible requests before the throne of divine mercy. Let this moment be a breakthrough in motion, a turning point written by God Himself, and remind every heart listening that if they walk away early, they might miss the miracle already knocking on their door. If you feel heaven stirring, write, "My faith is alive." Saint Anthony, blessed protector, we beg your holy intervention for the families crying for peace, unity, and forgiveness. May your presence enter homes filled with silence, resentment, or separation. Restore spouses who sleep beside each other but feel miles apart. Bring lost children home. Awaken healing in those facing illnesses that medicine cannot touch, and multiply provision where financial doors have slammed shut. Through this very powerful prayer to Saint Anthony, let every desperate soul know, staying until the end is the key to receiving what they've prayed for so long. Declare with faith, "Saint Anthony, intercede for my home." And now, Holy Miracle Worker, we ask you to lift every listener into a deeper dimension of faith. Those who feel unseen, show them they are carried. Those who are afraid, surround them with divine courage. Those who feel they are losing everything, remind them that surrender is the birthplace of miracles. Break the chains of fear, unlock what has been closed, and let this miraculous prayer today plant hope where despair once lived. As we prepare to enter the mysteries, let no heart disconnect, for the greatest release of blessings is still ahead. If your spirit feels this truth, type, "I will stay. My miracle is near." The mystery of divine intervention for impossible causes. In this first mystery, the heart learns that nothing is truly lost when lifted into God's hands through the intercession of Saint Anthony. Many who are listening right now are carrying burdens that feel too heavy to face alone. A diagnosis that keeps you awake at night, a loved one who walked away, or a debt that grows no matter how hard you try. Yet, it is precisely in these impossible storms that grace reveals itself. This is where the prayer to Saint Anthony begins to break through the darkness. Saint Anthony has always been the friend of the desperate, the healer of wounded hope, the guide of those who feel forgotten. Right now, he draws near to your pain, not to judge it, but to transform it. Imagine him standing beside you, whispering that your story is not over, that your next chapter will not look like your last. This is where faith becomes oxygen to the weary soul. This is where heaven begins to move in ways your eyes cannot yet see. There is a listener feeling crushed by a financial emergency, unsure how to survive the week, let alone the month. To you I speak. God has not forgotten your need. Heaven's timing is precise, and through the holy hands of Saint Anthony, provision is already unfolding. Doors that were sealed shut will begin to open. Opportunities that seemed impossible will surface. Your breakthrough is not delayed, it is developing. O miraculous Saint Anthony, who never abandoned those who cried out in desperation, I lay before you my financial struggles and the burdens that crush my soul. Open what has been shut and provide what I cannot. Let this supplication echo within your heart as you continue this mystery. Saint Anthony hears and responds. Some of you are fighting the silent battles of the soul. Anxiety that tightens the chest, fear that steals sleep, loneliness that wears the spirit thin. These wounds are not invisible to heaven. Saint Anthony walks through the unseen places of your heart, gathering every hidden tear. When you feel weakest, divine strength draws near. When your mind says impossible, grace says, I will make a way. O glorious Saint Anthony, friend of the suffering and comforter of the sick, touch every illness that medicine cannot cure, and let healing rise like morning light. Let this prayer become your breath. Healing begins where faith is whispered. There are those seeking the finding lost things. Not objects, but parts of themselves they fear will never return. Joy that faded, peace that slipped away, courage that seems buried. Saint Anthony restores more than what is missing. He restores identity. He brings back what the enemy tried to steal. This is why he is called the great restorer of hearts. Others are reaching out for family restoration, praying through heartbreak, betrayal, distance, or years of unresolved wounds. Let hope rise. O Saint Anthony, gentle protector of homes and healer of wounded hearts, bring unity where there is division, forgiveness where there is bitterness, and love where there is silence. And no home is beyond repair in the presence of faith. You may feel unworthy of miracles, but Saint Anthony never begins with perfection. He begins with honesty, your admission that you're tired, your whisper for help, your small, trembling belief that God can still intervene. This is the soil where miracles grow. There is someone listening who has prayed for years for a loved one to return. A child lost to addiction, a partner lost to anger, a sibling lost to distance. Hear this, restoration is not too big for God. The holy intercessor is already carrying this loved one in his hands. What feels unreachable to you is reachable to heaven. O Saint Anthony, worker of wonders, I entrust the one I love to your blessed care. Bring them back, heal what is broken, and restore what seems beyond repair. Let this supplication be a seed planted in faith. In this mystery, heaven bends low. You are not praying alone. You are praying with a saint who has moved mountains for generations. What you're asking for may feel impossible, but remember, impossible is only the starting point for miracles. When your faith aligns with Saint Anthony's intercession, what once resisted you begins to yield. Some of you have lost more than possessions. You've lost dreams. You wonder if you will ever see joy again. But listen closely. The God who created you can recreate your life. Nothing is too broken to be made new. Not your heart, not your home, not your future. And St. Anthony is already presenting your name in heaven. O blessed Saint Anthony, I cry out with urgency, shield my home, protect my family, and bring the miracle I need with holy speed. Let this urgency become confidence, because heaven responds to sincere souls. This miraculous prayer today is not just spoken, it is felt. It stirs the deepest parts of your being, unlocking hope you thought was lost. You are beginning to breathe differently, believe differently, expect differently. And expectation is the magnet of miracles. Keep your heart open. The greatest shifts are often the quietest. If you are praying for an impossible prayer that works, lift it now in silence. Saint Anthony hears silent prayers as loudly as shouted ones. There is power in quiet faith. Peace is rising inside you even now. The miracle you seek is already in motion. Stay with me. Do not disconnect. Some of you feel abandoned because God seems silent. Yet this silence is preparation, not punishment. Imagine a seed planted underground, unseen yet bursting with life. Your miracle is sprouting beneath the surface. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust Saint Anthony's intercession. O Saint Anthony, witness of heaven's power, open the path that has been closed for so long. Let my impossibility turn into testimony. This supplication carries a divine promise. Hold it close. Let this mystery soak into your soul. Every word, every prayer, every whisper of hope. Miracles are rarely born in noise. They are born in surrender. Right now, something is shifting in your atmosphere. Peace is drawing near. Fear is loosening its grip. Grace is approaching your doorstep. You may not feel worthy, but faith is not about worthiness. It is about willingness. And you have shown willingness by staying here, staying connected, staying open, staying hopeful. This is what heaven responds to. In this first mystery, let the truth take root. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. Your miracle is not impossible, and Saint Anthony is closer than your breath. Let your heart believe again. And now, beloved soul, if this mystery touched you, if you feel something awakening inside, declare in the comments with faith, "Glory to God, I believe." Stay with me. The next mystery holds even deeper revelation and power. The mystery of breakthrough in the silent season. There comes a moment in every believer's journey when heaven seems quiet, prayers seem unanswered, and hope feels thin. Many listening right now are living in that silence, a silence that feels heavy, confusing, even frightening. But this is the sacred classroom of faith, the place where miracles are quietly built. In this mystery, Saint Anthony teaches that silence is not God's absence. It is his hidden construction site. If you are facing an urgent miracle that feels overdue, hear this. The delay is not denial. Every seed planted must rest before it breaks through the soil. Your breakthrough is not lost. It is forming beneath the surface, gaining strength in secret. Saint Anthony stands beside you in this silent season, whispering that heaven is working in ways your eyes cannot yet see. Some feel forgotten because the healing hasn't come, the job hasn't opened, the financial emergency hasn't improved. But remember, silence is a strategy. It stretches your faith, deepens your trust, and prepares you for what you asked for. A miracle received too early becomes a burden. A miracle received on time becomes a blessing. Saint Anthony knows divine timing. O Saint Anthony, gentle protector and witness of heaven's wisdom, help me endure the silent season with courage. Strengthen my heart when I hear no answer, and remind me that heaven is never still. Let this prayer ground you when fear tries to rise. There are listeners whose homes feel like battlegrounds, conversations ending in tension, children drifting away, marriages weakening under pressure. You wonder if family restoration is possible after everything that has happened. Hear this: silence in your home does not mean defeat. Sometimes God quiets the storm before he calms it. Restoration begins in the unseen. O Saint Anthony, intercessor of the broken-hearted, sow forgiveness in the places where bitterness has grown. Restore laughter to rooms filled with silence. Bring peace to every divided home. Your home is not beyond repair. Heaven is rebuilding what you cannot. Some are seeking the miraculous prayer today to lift a burden they can't name out loud, private anxiety, fear of the future, heartbreak they hide behind a smile. You are not alone. Saint Anthony walks into the quiet rooms of your soul where no one else sees and gently lifts the weight you've been buried under. This mystery brings freedom to the invisible places. Others feel distant from God. You pray, but the words feel empty. You listen, but hear nothing. Yet the very fact that you're here means God already drew you in. Silence is not spiritual failure. It is spiritual formation. Saint Anthony reminds you that faith is not built in the noise. It grows in the quiet. O miraculous Saint Anthony, guide me through the silence. Teach me to trust without seeing, to believe without feeling, and to wait without fear. I surrender my uncertainty into your hands. There is a man listening who lost his job months ago. You've applied everywhere, heard nothing, and now you fear you're running out of time. Hear this. Your next opportunity will not require you to chase it. It will find you. Heaven promotes those who remain faithful in silence. Through the powerful Catholic prayer for miracles, Saint Anthony is already aligning the right people with your name. O Saint Anthony, open the doors of provision and financial advancement. Lead me to the work that honors God and restores dignity to my life. Multiply what little I have. This supplication carries breakthrough in its echo. For those battling illness, especially the kind that doctors can't explain or can't fix, the silence is frightening. You ask, why hasn't healing come? But healing often begins before it becomes visible. The body listens to faith, the soul responds to hope, and the spirit strengthens before the flesh does. Saint Anthony walks with every suffering heart in this mystery. O glorious Saint Anthony, lay your merciful hands upon every wounded body, anxious mind, and weary spirit. Let healing flow where medicine cannot reach. There are listeners who have prayed this impossible prayer that works for their children. Children who left home, left faith, or left themselves. You've waited in silence, hoping for a sign. Let this mystery be that sign. Saint Anthony has already gone after them. No distance is too far for heaven. Some are trapped in cycles of worry, waking up afraid, going to sleep exhausted, living each day waiting for bad news. This is not your destiny. The silence is not here to torment you, it's here to sharpen you. This is the season where your faith becomes unshakable. Saint Anthony turns anxious hearts into courageous ones. There is someone listening who feels like giving up entirely. You feel invisible, unheard, unseen. But heaven sees you. Faith is rising in you even now. The quiet around your life is being filled with divine activity. What you think is emptiness is actually preparation. And Saint Anthony is standing at the threshold of your miracle. O blessed Saint Anthony, carry my name before the throne of grace. Do not let despair cripple my heart. Remind me that heaven's silence is filled with your holy action. Your atmosphere is shifting, peace is coming, answers are forming, alignments are happening. Something inside you knows this is not the end. It is the middle of a miracle. And in the middle, silence is normal. Silence is holy. Silence is where God writes the breakthrough. You may not feel it yet, but your urgent help is near. The miracle is being woven, the blessing is maturing, the answer is approaching. Saint Anthony is moving between your prayer and God's provision. He is building what you will soon step into. Stay here. Hold on. Trust the process. As we prepare for the next mystery, let your spirit rise. Let hope breathe. Let the silence become your sanctuary rather than your fear. Something extraordinary is forming behind the scenes, and the next mystery will open your eyes to the deep power of intercession. If this mystery touched your heart, write with faith, "I trust you, Lord. I trust your timing." Stay close. The third mystery will reveal what heaven is crafting for you right now. The mystery of unshakable faith through Saint Anthony's intercession. In this third mystery, your heart steps into a deeper realm, the realm where faith stops being a feeling and becomes a foundation. Many arrive here tired, afraid, or uncertain, yet something inside still whispers, "Keep believing." That whisper is heaven's invitation. Saint Anthony now walks beside you, strengthening what life tried to weaken. This is the moment when faith becomes unshakable. Some listening have prayed and prayed, yet see no change. You wonder if your voice even reaches heaven, but faith is not built in results. It's built in relationship. God hears even your silent tears. Saint Anthony carries every prayer, especially the ones whispered through pain. This is why he is the intercessor of desperate cases, because he understands the weight of delayed miracles. O Saint Anthony, miracle worker of the hopeless, strengthen my faith when doubt creeps in. Lift my spirit when my prayers feel unanswered. This supplication opens the doors of confidence in your soul. When you pray the prayer to Saint Anthony, you are not praying alone. You are partnering with a saint who has witnessed heaven move in impossible situations. He intercedes with the confidence of one who has seen God restore what was lost, heal what was broken, and rebuild what was destroyed. This mystery teaches you to borrow his confidence until it becomes your own. Some of you are seeking healing, not just physical healing, but emotional healing from years of trauma, rejection, or heartbreak. These wounds make faith feel fragile, but Saint Anthony lifts even the faintest ember of faith and fans it back into flame. You have more strength inside you than you realize. Heaven sees it even when you don't. O glorious Saint Anthony, comforter of the wounded, heal the places in me that I cannot reach. Restore what pain has taken. This prayer carries divine medicine. There are those who need urgent help but feel overwhelmed by fear. Fear of more losses, more bad news, more disappointments. Fear distracts, drains, and destroys confidence. But faith rebuilds. Faith rewires your vision so you start seeing possibilities instead of problems. In this mystery, Saint Anthony teaches you to replace panic with expectation. Some listeners feel like they're standing at a closed door, praying for a job, a healing, or a reconciliation, and nothing is moving. But closed doors are not the end. They are redirections. Saint Anthony doesn't just intercede, he guides. If the door in front of you stays shut, it's because heaven is preparing a better one. Trust the redirect. There is a woman listening who has prayed for financial stability for years. You've tried saving, budgeting, working extra, yet the financial emergency keeps returning. Hear this. Prosperity is not only about money, it's about alignment. When faith aligns with heaven's timing, provision follows. Saint Anthony is aligning your steps with open doors. O miraculous Saint Anthony, open the windows of financial advancement over my life. Provide in ways that reveal God's glory. Some are praying for family restoration, but the pain seems too deep. Old arguments, old wounds, old silence. You fear things will never be the same, yet faith is not about certainty. It is about trust. Saint Anthony specializes in restoring what seems beyond repair. He connects hearts that life tore apart. O Saint Anthony, healer of homes, touch every family represented in this prayer. Unite what was scattered, mend what was torn. There is someone listening whose heart feels tired, tired of waiting, tired of believing, tired of hoping. But faith is not measured by how loud you shout. It is measured by how long you stay. And look at you, you stayed. That alone is proof that your miracle is closer than you think. Your endurance is your strength. Many wonder, how does Saint Anthony intercede? Imagine a courtroom in heaven. You speak your prayer. Saint Anthony carries it to the throne, and God, who is rich in mercy, responds with movement. That is intercession. There are people listening who feel guilty for needing help, who think they should be stronger, braver, more capable. But humility is not weakness. It is wisdom. Heaven responds to those who freely admit their need. Saint Anthony lifts the humble with honor and brings light into places shadowed by shame. Some are facing illness. The report looks grim. The pain feels unbearable. The nights feel endless. But healing is already moving toward you, not always suddenly, but steadily. The healing that flows through this mystery is not only physical, it touches the soul, the mind, the heart. Saint Anthony stands beside every sickbed with compassion. O glorious Saint Anthony, lay your healing hands over my body and spirit. Replace pain with peace and fear with strength. There is someone praying for direction. You feel lost, your plans collapsed, your heart is confused, you don't know where to go next. Saint Anthony knows the path you have not yet seen. He reminds you, you don't have to understand everything, you just have to trust the next step. Faith is not knowing the map, it is trusting the guide. In this mystery, you are learning to walk with God step by step, knowing that Saint Anthony is interceding with every breath you take. Your miraculous prayer today is rewriting the atmosphere of your life. Chains are loosening, anxiety is softening, clarity is forming, and peace is returning. Faith is rising in you like a gentle tide. As we approach the next mystery, feel your confidence growing. Feel the heaviness lifting. Feel the hope rising. This is more than prayer. This is transformation. The next mystery will take you into the sacred realm of surrender, where miracles are birthed. Do not miss it. If this third mystery touched your spirit, type in the comments with faith. My faith is rising. Stay with me. The fourth mystery holds a breakthrough you cannot afford to miss. The mystery of holy surrender that unlocks miracles. There comes a moment in every spiritual journey when fighting stops and surrender begins. Not surrender as defeat, but surrender as divine exchange. In this mystery, Saint Anthony leads you into the sacred place where burdens fall and miracles rise. Many listening have carried worries for so long that releasing them feels impossible. But surrender is the doorway to unshakable peace. You have tried everything, reasoning, planning, crying, pushing, and nothing changed. That is because some miracles are not activated by effort, but by surrender. When you place what is breaking you into God's hands, heaven restructures what you cannot. Saint Anthony walks with you into that place of release, lifting what your heart can no longer carry. Some listeners are battling a storm that has lasted months, even years. A relationship that hurts, a job that drains, a sickness that steals strength, or a financial emergency that never seems to end. You feel exhausted, overwhelmed, stretched thin. Yet surrender whispers, let God take what you cannot change. Saint Anthony hears that whisper and responds, "O Saint Anthony, blessed protector, I release this burden into your hands. Carry what I cannot. Intercede where my strength fails." This supplication is the beginning of your freedom. Surrender does not mean losing control. It means trusting the one who never loses it. You were never meant to handle everything alone. Even Jesus taught surrender through prayer. So when you feel fear rising, remind yourself, surrender is strength. It is the greatest act of faith, and Saint Anthony guides you gently into it. Some have been fighting for family restoration with clenched fists, trying to fix hearts, heal wounds, force reconciliation. But hearts cannot be fixed by pressure, only by grace. Surrender doesn't quit on people, it releases them into God's timing. Saint Anthony places your loved ones into the Father's hands with tenderness. O Saint Anthony, healer of homes, take my family into your holy care. Where I cannot reach, you can. Where I cannot change, you will. Your family is not beyond restoration. Surrender makes room for miracles. There is someone here battling anxiety so intense that even breathing feels like work. The mind races, the heart tightens, the silence grows louder. But in surrender, God calms storms you cannot see. Saint Anthony steps into your inner chaos and whispers, "Peace is coming." Release the fear, even if you must release it one breath at a time. Some are facing sickness, chronic pain, a diagnosis, a condition that weighs heavily on your spirit. You've fought with courage, but today surrender invites you to rest in divine healing. Healing is not the absence of pain, it is the presence of God. Through surrender, healing gains permission to enter. O glorious Saint Anthony, lay your healing hands upon my body and my soul. Replace this pain with holy restoration. This prayer opens the heart for supernatural healing. Others are wrestling with finances, bills piled high, bank accounts in the red, tension growing each day. You've tried everything you know, but surrender says, "God, multiply what I cannot." Nigh provision flows where faith yields. St. Anthony has seen coins multiply, doors open, and famine turn to abundance. Nothing is too hard for God. Some listening are trying to control outcomes, pushing for answers, forcing timelines, worrying about the how. But heaven works differently. God doesn't need your strategy, He needs your surrender. When you release the timeline, heaven accelerates the blessing. Saint Anthony opens paths only surrendered hearts can walk. O miraculous Saint Anthony, open what I cannot open. Guide me where I cannot see. Lead me according to heaven's design, not my own understanding. There is someone who keeps replaying past mistakes, carrying guilt that God already forgave. But surrender releases shame. It wipes the slate clean. It allows grace to rewrite your story. Saint Anthony reminds you that guilt is a chain, and chains break when laid at God's feet. Some feel unworthy of miracles, thinking, "Why would God help me?" But surrender is not about worthiness. It's about willingness. You showed willingness by staying here, praying through your pain, and heaven responds to those who remain. Saint Anthony stands beside every listener with holy compassion. This miraculous prayer today is transforming you from the inside out. Your thoughts are shifting. Your heart is softening. Your faith is stretching. You are learning to trust at a higher level, trust not in outcomes, but in God Himself. This is the surrender that unlocks miracles. O Saint Anthony, I surrender this impossible situation. Intercede so that my impossibility becomes God's testimony. This supplication lifts your heaviness into heaven's hands. There is power in saying, "God, take take it. Power in releasing what suffocates your spirit. Power in yielding what you were never meant to carry alone. St. Anthony is teaching you to breathe again. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, surrender brings oxygen to the soul. Peace is entering you even now. Some of you will see the miracle soon, not because you fought harder, but because you surrendered sooner. This is the paradox of faith. Victory often begins with letting go. St. Anthony carries what you release. Heaven strengthens what you surrender. Miracles manifest where control collapses. There is someone listening who feels at the edge of giving up, but surrender is not giving up. It is giving over fear, giving over pressure, giving over the weight of the unknown. And St. Anthony catches what you release. This mystery is shaping your heart for the miracle ahead. You are becoming lighter, freer, more grounded in faith, more aligned with heaven, more prepared for what is coming. And now, as this mystery closes, feel the peace settling over you like a calm after a storm. Your surrender has been heard. Your burden has been lifted. Your miracle has been set into motion. Let your soul rest in this truth. The next mystery will seal your confidence. If this fourth mystery touched your spirit, write in the comments, "Lord, I surrender. St. Anthony, guide me. Stay with me." The fifth mystery will lead you into bold confidence that your miracle is already on the way. The mystery of walking in unshakable confidence that the miracle is already done. In this final mystery, your heart steps from surrender into confidence, a confidence that doesn't ask if, but declares it is done. This is where faith becomes movement, where trust becomes action, where prayer becomes manifestation. St. Anthony, intercessor of impossible causes, now lifts you into a new dimension of certainty, the certainty that your miracle is already unfolding. Some listening are still shaking with fear, still wondering if heaven truly heard. But look at your journey through this prayer. You stayed, you believed, you surrendered, and those who remain are always rewarded. Confidence is not arrogance. It is alignment with God's will. And in this mystery, St. Anthony aligns your heart with heaven's promise. There is a listener struggling with a financial emergency, afraid to hope again, tired of temporary relief. But confidence says, the God who provided before will provide again, and St. Anthony is already interceding. You don't need to understand how it will happen. You only need to trust who is working on your behalf. Heaven's economy is never in crisis. O miraculous St. Anthony, open the storehouses of heaven, release provision, promotion, and unexpected blessings over my life. Let this be your confident cry. Some of you prayed for family restoration, but still see no change. Hearts seem cold, conversations are distant, forgiveness feels unreachable, but confidence sees the miracle before the eyes do. Faith imagines what the future will look like once grace breaks through. St. Anthony specializes in turning cold hearts warm again. O St. Anthony, restore my home, heal every relationship, soften every heart, rebuild what time has broken. Hold this supplication like a seed growing in silence. There are those whose bodies are tired, battling pain, facing a diagnosis, carrying emotional wounds. Confidence says, healing is already moving through me. I'm not waiting for a miracle. The miracle is waiting for me. St. Anthony stands with every hurting soul in this mystery, placing your pain into God's hands. Some are praying a prayer to St. Anthony for direction because you feel lost between choices. Confidence says that God directs the steps of those who trust Him. Even your confusion is part of the journey. You are being guided toward purpose, not chaos. Saint Anthony clears the fog around your path one step at a time. There is someone listening whose life has collapsed emotionally, financially, spiritually. You wonder if you will ever rise again. Confidence says, this is not where my story ends. Saint Anthony has walked with countless souls from ashes to beauty, from despair to hope. He can do the same for you. O Saint Anthony, intercede for my impossible requests. Turn every closed path into a doorway of grace. Some are praying for a miracle in their career, a job, a promotion, an opportunity. You feel unqualified, unseen, overlooked. But confidence says, if God sent my name, no human can reject it. Saint Anthony goes before you into rooms your feet haven't even stepped into yet. He brings favor where you expect rejection. Others feel overwhelmed by fear of failing, fear of losing, fear of being disappointed again. But fear is not your identity. Confidence rooted in faith silences fear's voice. This mystery teaches you that the most powerful person in the room is the one who believes God is already moving. Your miraculous prayer today is not reaching heaven. It is joining what heaven already began. When Saint Anthony intercedes, God responds with acceleration. Answers begin forming behind closed doors. Hearts begin shifting. Opportunities begin unfolding. Confidence is not a feeling, it is a knowing. O glorious Saint Anthony, remind my heart that heaven is working even when I cannot see. Strengthen my confidence in God's perfect timing. Some listening feel unworthy of blessings. You think, why me? Why would God help me after everything? But confidence is not about worth. It is about grace. And grace is a gift, not earned, not deserved, freely given. Saint Anthony teaches you to receive without fear, without guilt, without hesitation. There is someone who prayed for a long time and saw nothing. You almost gave up. But look at you now, still listening, still believing, still standing. Confidence begins with persistence, and your persistence is the proof that your miracle is near. Heaven does not overlook the faithful. This impossible prayer that works has already stirred angels into motion. What felt blocked is shifting. What felt lost is returning. What felt dead is resurrecting. Confidence allows you to speak as if the miracle is complete, because in heaven's timeline, it already is. Some are worried about children, their choices, their safety, their future. But confidence says their story is still being written. St. Anthony guards wandering children, protects them, and leads them home. Trust that the same God who watched over you will watch over those you love. Others pray for emotional healing. From betrayal, heartbreak, trauma, confidence doesn't deny pain. It declares victory in spite of it. Saint Anthony brings comfort into wounds that took years to form. Healing is already within you, rising like a dawn your heart has been waiting for. There is someone who has carried shame for too long, but confidence says, I am forgiven, I am restored, I am loved. Saint Anthony lifts shame off your shoulders like dust shaken from a garment. Today is the beginning of your renewed identity. As this fifth mystery deepens, feel a shift within you, your breathing steadier, your thoughts clearer, your heart braver, your faith louder. This is not imagination. This is transformation. And now, beloved soul, confidence rises. The miracle is not coming. It is already here, already moving, already aligning, already taking shape, already written, already sealed by heaven. If this final mystery touched your spirit, write in the comments with faith. My miracle is already unfolding. Stay with me. The final blessing will seal everything Saint Anthony began in your life today. May the peace of God descend upon every heart listening now. wrapping you in a soft and holy assurance that you are not alone. Through this prayer to Saint Anthony, may every fear calm, every storm weaken, and every burden lighten. Let your spirit feel the warmth of heaven drawing close. You are seen, loved, and held. Beloved Saint Anthony, miracle worker of the desperate, stretch your blessed hands over every listener. Where there is confusion, bring clarity. Where there is sorrow, bring comfort. Where there is turmoil, bring holy peace. Let this moment be the beginning of a divine turning point. May every impossible situation presented here bend before the authority of faith. Let this be the hour when blocked doors swing open, when what was lost is restored, when hidden blessings begin to surface. Through this miraculous prayer today, may your life feel heaven's movement. To those struggling with sickness, may God's healing flow through every cell, bone, and organ. Let pain dissolve, let strength return, let hope rise again. May Saint Anthony intercede with power, delivering restoration where doctors saw limitation. Healing is unfolding even now. To every home in conflict, may reconciliation come like gentle rain over dry land. Let forgiveness soften hardened hearts. Let unity be rebuilt brick by brick, guided by grace. Through this family restoration, may homes become places of peace again. For all facing a financial emergency, may the Lord multiply every seed, open every necessary door, and release supernatural provision. Let fear be replaced with trust. Let stress be replaced with favor. Financial advancement is already aligning with your steps. May every heart carrying loneliness feel divine companionship. May God surround you with the right people, the right voices, the right support. You were never meant to walk alone. Saint Anthony walks with you, even in the quiet moments no one sees. To those grieving losses of people, relationships, dreams, may heaven mend what feels shattered. Pain will not be your final chapter. Hope will rise again. Your story is not ending, it is being rewritten. And Saint Anthony is guiding every line. May every prayer whispered in secrecy be honored openly by God. What you've asked in tears, may the Lord reward in joy. Through this powerful Catholic prayer for miracles, may your life shine with new testimonies. May courage rise in those who feel small. Let faith expand in those who feel weak. Let strength awaken in those who feel tired. You have endured storms that would have broken others. But you are still here. That alone is a sign of God's purpose on your life. For those who lost direction, may God light the next step clearly. You don't need the whole map, just the next instruction. Saint Anthony stands beside you, guiding your path with gentle certainty. Trust the direction heaven is sending. May forgiveness enter your heart in places you've resisted. May bitterness fall away. May new beginnings take root. There is freedom in releasing the past. Grace is rewriting the story that guilt tried to destroy. May every spiritual attack be broken right now. Let every chain fall, every curse be cancelled, every dark cloud be scattered by divine light. You are protected, covered, and defended by heaven's armies. Fear has no authority over your destiny. To those praying for the restoration of homes, may peace fill every room, every conversation, every memory. May laughter return where silence lived too long. May love return deeper than before. Saint Anthony is moving within your walls. May every heart listening feel a divine strengthening, a renewal of mind, body, and soul. Let peace anchor you. Let joy surprise you. Let hope carry you into tomorrow. You are stepping into a new season of miracles. And may the God of the impossible take what you offered in this prayer and transform it into victory. What was once too heavy for you is now in divine hands. Trust that heaven is still working long after this video ends. Saint Anthony will continue interceding for you. If you feel this blessing settling in your spirit, whisper with faith, "I receive this blessing in Jesus' name." You are walking into a new chapter, lighter, stronger, protected, and surrounded by grace. Before you leave, let me ask you something from the depths of faith. What miracle are you expecting God to complete after this prayer? Declare it boldly in the comments. Your words are seeds. Your declaration accelerates your blessing. Don't keep silent. Speak life into what you're believing for. If this prayer touched your heart, don't walk away quietly. Click like so this message reaches more souls who are suffering in silence. Comment Amén or "My miracle is sealed." And share this video with someone who desperately needs hope today. Your share might be the reason another heart is restored. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to this channel and join this growing family of faith. Aqui, cada oração é uma porta aberta para milagres maiores. Let this become part of your spiritual routine. The more you stay, the more heaven moves. Your miracle has already begun. Now help someone else receive theirs too.